I don't know about you guys, but I feel like we've gotten away with one there. Yes, the second half, the performance, there was a significant improvement. I think we had Fulham under the cosh for a good 20 minutes to half an hour. And that was after we scored the second goal. And then Fulham had their last 10-15 minute spell with pressure. But that first half, how we came away unscathed, 1-0 up at half time. Goodness gracious me. Not the best performance in the world, but you take those 3 points, you take the victory. Because ultimately, last season, those are the types of games where we either lost or we drew and we dropped points. So an improvement in the mentality of the team, an improvement in terms of the goal scorers, the potency of the attackers that we have. You look at Joao Pedro. We didn't have him last season. The goal that he took, for example, that half chance, that's what this team possesses. And that's why this season there is going to be a difference in terms of what we do go on to achieve, in my personal opinion. Last season, we didn't have that level of quality up front where they could finish those chances. Jackson, for example, as much as I rate him, I don't think he scores that. In a crucial moment, right on the stroke of half-time. Now, people are going to say, I've already seen Twitter. So many rival fans, some Chelsea fans included, going, oh, VAR. The best signing of the season for Chelsea. Because Crystal Palace had a goal ruled out. West Ham had a goal ruled out last week. And now Fulham had a goal ruled out in the first half as well. The reality is, yes, you might argue that we're lucky. If you score an illegitimate goal, if the goal is illegal, what can you expect? You can cry all you want. You can say, oh, VAR helping Chelsea. It's not anything to do with that. VAR is doing its job. The handball incident, it was a clear handball. Chalobah strikes the ball, and I forgot who it hit. I think it was Bassi. It hit his elbow in a unnatural position. The arm should not be there. It's a definite penalty. Now, some will argue that 30 seconds prior, Joao Pedro handballed the ball. The reason why that's different is because his arm was in a natural position. When the ball is bobbling around and he's just headed the ball, your arm isn't going to be by your side. You're not a fucking sardine. Your arm is going to be slightly away from your knee, from your body. So that was a natural position. Therefore, to me, it was a clear penalty. Fulham's goal was a foul. So therefore, it was ruled out by VAR. So people can cry all they want. Now, moving on to individual performances. Now, Enzo Fernandez. How this guy left the pitch with 2 GA is beyond me. He was absolutely atrocious. There was an incident at half-time where he basically stormed down the tunnel, had an argument with one of the coaches, has an argument with the fans and stormed down the tunnel. He was absolutely atrocious. Now, I think a part of that is it's been a long season. We had the Club World Cup and he hasn't had much rest. The players haven't had much rest. And the position that he plays, which is a very predominantly box-to-box position, you need to have an engine. You need to have a tank. His ball carrying ability has been shocking today, but we know that's not his forte. We know that's not his strength. His strength is making late runs into the box, being the third man late runs into the box, like Frank Lampard used to do, obviously not to that level. And he pops up with goals, he pops up with assists, he's got a good delivery on him, he's box to box, and he can carry the ball well sometimes with good technical quality in passing. Today that was not on display. Today he was absolutely atrocious. Don't look at the fact that he scored a penalty. Don't look at the fact that he got the assist for Joao Pedro, because the reality is he was absolutely abysmal. However, off days can happen. I'm hearing shouts that we've got to sell him, and to me that's extremely reactionary. That's not the reaction that we should be having. He had a very good Club World Cup. He had a very good end to the season last year, and in addition to that, he is a good quality player that needs rest. Andre Santos, when he gets that impact, when he acclimatizes and adapts to Enzo Maresca's playing style, to how this team plays, that's going to give Enzo Fernandez the rest that he needs. I thought other good performances. Joao Pedro took his goal really well. He was linking up well. When Tyreek George came on, I feel like Joao Pedro was playing two positions at once, attacking mid and striker. I didn't think Tyreek George added much. I think with the links to AS Roma, with the links to Bayern Munich that we've seen recently, I think that a permanent switch is good, especially for us to balance the books. 15, 20, 25 million. I've always said I've not been a massive fan of Tyreek George. I think he's a tidy player. I think he's okay, but I don't think he's exactly what we need, especially with the way that Enzo Maresca plays. I think it was interesting that Tyreek George came on before Jamie Gittens. One, because it looks like Tyreek George will be gone in the next couple of days. One, and two, Jamie Gittens being a new signing, he has that explosive pace that for me Tyreek George doesn't have. Unfortunate for Liam Delap. Looks like a hamstring injury. International break comes at the right time. It doesn't look good, to be honest with you. It probably is going to be a month to 5 to 6 weeks. It depends on the severity and the level of tear that he has sustained from that injury. And it's just typical, isn't it? It's absolutely typical that Liam Delap picks up an injury as Nicholas Jackson is confirmed to go to Bayern Munich on loan. And I will make a separate video on Nicholas Jackson and the latest transfer news later this evening. But this is purely to focus on this game. Let's hope that Liam Delap comes back ASAP. I thought he was pretty decent against West Ham last week. I know he didn't score, but I thought he was pretty good. Esteval, star boy. Very, very good performance. Considering this kid is, 17 to 18 years old. First season in the Prem. He shouldn't be starting week in, week out. He's only playing because Cole Palmer's injured. But despite that, very, very good performance. Yes, he didn't get on the score sheet. Yes, he didn't assist. Good link-up play, very tidy, extremely good technical ability, good link-up play with Joao Pedro. The way that he operates in between the lines and he links up the play with the fullback with Malo Gusto. I saw some good combinations there as well. Very, very decent. A couple of shots on target. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I liked what I saw at Palmeiras as well. I'm a very, very big fan of Estevar. Pedro Neto, decent. Again, we know that his strength is crosses into the box. Joao Pedro nearly got on the end of a couple. First half, I did have a lot of concerns. As I said, Fulham for me were by far the better team. Very reminiscent of the game against Fulham last week, where we were 1-0 up for large parts of the game and then we let it slip in the last 10 minutes. But that is the difference this season. We have difference makers like Joao Pedro, like Esteval, like Jamie Gittens to bring off the bench. Right, so we have these level of players that can help us get over the line, that can take those half chances that we simply couldn't take last season. So wasn't the best game of football. The most important thing was the 3 points. We're now top of the league temporarily, and hopefully after the international break we can see improved performances, hopefully some rest for a few of these guys as well. But who was your man of the match? What do you guys think about the performance? What are your thoughts? Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tonight for the transfer news video. Take care.